What is up, everybody out there in HeroClix land? This your boy Scotty P back for another quick and dirty HeroClix unboxing. This time for the new Marvel HeroClix set, and I am so excited about this. Dun 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 dun. X-Men, Xavier's School. No series in comics history has caught my love, my eye, my attention, my interest as much as the mutant verse that they have at Marvel. And I have read over the course of my life pretty much everything. Small indie books, singular hero books, big team books. I've read it all. And man, I gotta tell you, X-Men, they are my ultimate favorite. I am so excited to be back. I missed a set, the Marvel Thor set that came out in the fall. I missed because I had a baby girl. She is 4 months old now, and they sent me this brick right here. And WizKid said, "Hey, you want to get back on that unboxing horse?" And I said, "Well, I got 2 kids under the age of 3. I got a job. I'm not sure." "Yes, of course I will. I want to get back on the horse because it is the X-Men. It is Professor Xavier. It is, when they say Xavier's School, I'm hoping a ton of young students that we haven't seen yet. I mean, we're talking everything from way back in the day, when Kitty Pryde first came around. You got the New Mutants, you got Generation X in the 90s that came out of the Phalanx storyline. You've got the 5 Lights that happened, after Hope came around and the New Mutants were being reborn. You've got all new X-Men. You've got, new X-Men by Nunzio and picked up by Kyle and Yost. That was one of my favorite series of all time in the early 2000s. So you've just got a ton of untapped characters that we hope that we can see in this set. So I'm very excited. Without further ado, like I said, it's always like Christmas morning. Let's crack this brick open here and see what we have. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what we have in this set. Like usual, I'm going to start on the back right of the brick. Okay. Let's see what's on the outside of the box first. Okay. Oh, this is very exciting. We have Headmasters on the side of the box. They're going to be focusing on Headmasters, which is awesome because maybe Banshee will get some love. If you remember Generation X, it was him and it was the White Queen working together. Hopefully my boy Banshee will get to... we've got the Age of Apocalypse. Oh my gosh. Anybody that's watched these unboxing series before or has caught me on the wonderful show Indomitable, which is a HeroClix role-playing show that we've had for a little while here at Hyper RPG Studios, you would know that the biggest one that I've ever had in HeroClix is like the super overpowered Age of Apocalypse Iceman. Hopefully that will be him. You got Cyclops there too. You got Xavier's School on the side. Again, just because it says it's Xavier's School, I'm hoping they'll also tap into the Wolverine and the X-Men, Jean Grey's school, that they'll kind of hop all over the place. I mean, Moira Mactaggert once upon a time was training young mutants. I mean, you've got so many different people in so many different places, Muir Island, all that stuff, with Multiple Man and Strong Guy and all that. Maybe we'll have some characters that have never been made in Clix. So, oh my gosh. And on the back here, it's looking like we're getting ID cards. That's cool. That's really, really cool. A faculty and student X-Men ID cards. That's awesome. You've got all new Wolverine. You've got Storm there. So you've got a student with X-23 taking over the Wolverine mantle. And you've got Storm as a headmaster there. Oh, guys, I am very, very excited. All right, let's see. Booster number 1. Let's see what we get here. Back right side of the brick, like always. If you're looking at the front cover of the brick, you want to go, oh, look at that. I got a super rare, my first booster. Ooh, very exciting. Oh, very exciting to me. Let's see who we have in this first booster here. Oh, man. Looks like we got a really good booster. Oh, yes. We do have a Generation Xer in here. Oh, my gosh. But we've got Wolverine. It looks like Headmaster Wolverine. He is a super rare. That's a super rare Wolverine. We've got Mondo, who, if you guys read Generation X, turned out to be not such a nice guy. We've got an interesting looking Mystique there. But, she trained some X-Men for a while, too. You've got a really beefy Rusty. He looks like kind of jacked. I don't remember Rusty and Skids like. I remember them being like punk kids, and then you've got an ex-student, a generic. I wasn't sure if we were going to get generics in this set because it's such a specific type of thing, and you've got so many named mutants out there. Whether they had a smaller part to play or not, they pretty much give all those kids names and stuff. So I wasn't sure if we were going to get a generic. We did an ex-student. Let's see. Oh man, I'm very excited. Like I said, I know and love all of these characters here. Well, except for Rusty and Skids. I don't know of anybody that really loved Rusty and Skids, but hey, I don't think they've been clixed before, so we will see what they do. If you've never watched one of these unboxing series before, I shoot these on my iPhone. We try and go as quick as possible and just kind of check out what's in every booster. I show you the front and back of each card. I kind of show you the sculpt, and then we move on. I'll be doing this over a 5-day span. We're going to open 2 boosters a day. That's how we do things. And for this set, our first booster is here. Let's see. I'm going to start with this ex-student. Okay. You see the ex-student. He could be any number of sculpt reuses there. Could be an Iceman sculpt, maybe, if you just make him clear. I'm not sure. We get a lot of sculpt reuse in these sets nowadays. The ex-student, he is set number 6. He's 25 or 15 points. Can be played a couple different ways. He's got a trait called ex-student. When this character or an adjacent friendly character's attack roll includes exactly 1/5, which makes this shape, and an X, actually. That's kind of cool. Includes exactly 1/5. Modify one target's defense by -1. That's cool. Another trait called School for Gifted Youngsters. I think these might be both shared traits here. During force construction, if using the 15-point value, you may not include more than 4 of the ex-student at that cost, and when placing characters, an opponent chooses a distinct starting line for each one you included at that cost. It has a lot of powers on the front, but that's because there are 4 different versions of this ex-student on the back. There you go, if you can get a good look. It looks like they're 2 clicks apiece, so just a step above Pogs. Not too bad, not too bad. Good way to start out. We're going to go to Beefy Rusty next. I don't know why he's so beefy. It's so strange. Rusty. Keyword for ex-student is X-Men. Okay, there we go. Rusty is set number 14. He is 40 points. He's got a few keywords here, as he should. He's got Mutant Liberation Front, New Mutants, X Factor. There you go. Get a good look at Beefy Rusty there. He's got a special attack power called Third Degree Burns. Penetrating Psychic Blast. When Rusty hits an opposing character, give that character a fire token if it doesn't already have one. Characters with a fire token have, at the beginning of your turn, deal this character 1 penetrating damage. Woo! When this character moves through water terrain or clears action tokens, remove the fire token. That's kind of cool. So if you're on fire, but then you move through water terrain, you're not on fire anymore. If you take a second to clear your tokens, maybe you're stop, dropping, and rolling when you're clearing, you get rid of that fire token. Pretty cool. Okay, that is Rusty for you. Now, moving on, let's see. Ooh, Mystique. We'll go to Mystique. Whoa. Raven Darkholme / Fox. Oh, that's right. She posed as a student for a while named Fox. Blue skin, dark blue hair. I can't remember if she had like a devil tail or something like that. But yeah, that was in the early 2000s there. Let's take a look at her. She is set number 16. She is 60 points. She's got the X-Men and Brotherhood team abilities on her dial there. And I'll take a peek at what she does. Mystique. She's got Brotherhood of Mutants. She's got X-Men. And she has Spy. She has the trait X-Student, which we already saw the X-Student trait when this character or an adjacent friendly character's attack roll includes exactly 1/5, which looks like an X. Modify one target's defense by -1. She's got a special damage power posing as a student, Shape Change. If Mystique is adjacent to an opposing character, she can't be attacked by non-adjacent characters. There you go. Oh, yep, and on the back, Oh, I love that they started putting more different book covers on the back there. You can see that was Fox. Does she have a tail? Does she have a tail? I can't remember. That is such I remember that cover, though. That's great. So there you go. That is Mystique at her sneakiest. Ooh, sneaky Mystique. I'm going to save Wolverine for last, but tempted to save Mondo for last because he's Generation X. We're getting them. If you guys never read the Phalanx Covenant, I think that's what it was called. It was a big annual event for the X-Men. This techno-organic race comes to try and wipe out all the mutants. They go after brand new mutants. I think Blink was in that storyline, and then you had Sync, and you had Skin, and just M was there, Monet. It was a cool storyline, but what spun out of it was Banshee and White Queen getting together and leading this group called Generation X. It was a very twisty, turny, family, crazy book that I really, really loved in the 90s, and you guys should definitely check it out. I think Scott Lobdell did that book for a while, and then it went to a new creative team, but it was very cool and pretty dark, actually, a pretty dark series. Anyway, Mondo, Generation of X. He is set number 27. He has Brotherhood of Mutants, Generation X, and Brute keywords. He is 70 points. There's a look at Mondo, and if you look at his right arm, you can start to guess, if you've never read Generation X, what exactly he did. Okay. He's got a trait, Generation X, power, move up to 5 squares, then make a close attack. Oh, it's like free charge. He's got a movement power up from the earth, free. If Mondo occupies printed hindering terrain, you may place him into a square of printed hindering terrain within 5 squares. We've seen that power before. He's got a special defense power, matter absorption, toughness, invulnerability, toughness, period, invulnerability, comma, but only if Mondo occupies hindering terrain, impervious, comma, but only if he was adjacent to a piece of blocking terrain. So depending on where he is standing on the map, he can have toughness or invulnerability or impervious. Very cool. There's the back of his card. There you go, guys. All right. Last but not least, in the first booster here, it's our first super rare. We have Wolverine. He's got Weapon X and X-Men keywords. Set number 53, that's a super rare slot, 100%. He is either 150 or 50 points. A very cool sculpt there. I love the paint job on him as well. I think that's from the cover of an issue. I love, they used to use that effect a lot in Wolverine covers, like him ripping through the page, breaking the fourth wall kind of thing. Very, very, very cool. Let's see, Wolverine, James Howlett. He's got a trait, Headmaster, okay? Probably a shared trait for all the headmasters. Leadership, perplex, but only to target another friendly character with the X-Men keyword. During your force construction, you may include one student ID card on your force without adding its cost. So you're getting a free card coming in off of the side. That's pretty cool. He's got another trait, stay away from my students. Free, make a close attack, but only to target an opposing character that damaged another friendly character with the X-Men keyword with an attack since your last turn. Another trait, a different kind of professor, sidestep. If Wolverine is closer to an opponent's starting area than his own, he can use flurry. Otherwise, he can use combat reflexes. And has a special defense power, I'm still Wolverine, stop. Regeneration. So he's got a stop click on the back there. No, he doesn't just have one stop click. I'm sorry. He has 3 stop clicks. Yeah, that's pretty rad. There you go. Front and back of that card. Okay, that is booster number 1. Whoo, I'm usually flying through these. These were usually shorter videos, but you can tell how excited I am about this whole setup. That I'm talking way too much about all the characters. I'll try and trim down the videos over the next 4 days. But, man, every single character I have an affinity for because I'm just that much of an X-geek. I am so happy that they did this set. Oh, let's see here. Oh, got another super rare. Got 2 super rares in the first video. Uh-oh. That doesn't bode well for the rest of the week. Guys, I promise there's going to be other cool stuff. You got to keep on coming back. This time, we got the man himself. Let me just show you everybody in the box. I just got a little too excited because Cyclops is one of my favorites. Let's see what we got here. We've got Moira Mactaggert. We've got Sync. Yes, that's one of those Generation Xers I was talking about. We've got a New Mutant. We've got an original New Mutant Shan. We got Karma there. And a duplicate of Rusty, so we don't even have to deal with him. Last but not least, though, we got Cyclops in all of his optic blast, fury. Man, he looks like he's going off right now. I am very, very, very excited about this. Woo-wee! I will show you him up close and personal in just a moment. Okay, here we go. There's that Cyclops sculpt. And I use my iPhone to shoot with, but this is pretty much exactly the image that I have on the back of my cell phone is Cyclops doing that. And again, the paint jobs on these headmasters are really, really cool. Okay, let's just get into this. I think we'll start with Moira Mactaggert. Old love interest of Professor X for a while. Wonderful ward of Muir Island. Moira Mactaggert has X-Men and Scientist. She's number 7A. So we might be seeing a little Prime action on Moira. Trying to think what Moira would have a Prime. That's weird. Hopefully it will come to me. She's got Headmaster X-Men, which she shares with Wolverine. Again, leadership, period, perplex, but if only to target another friendly character of the X-Men. Keyword, during force construction, you may include one student ID card on your force without adding its cost. There's the front of her card. There's the back of her card. Set number 7A. She is 25 points. Moving right along. I'm going to go to Karma. She's 40 points. She's got 3 targets. She is set number 22. I just remember her always saying something along the lines of, "What's your worst nightmare?" or "I'll make you live your worst nightmare," something along those lines. She would always make the enemies see like the thing they feared the most. A lot of times she would try and like scare them, reach into their mind, cast an illusion. Let's see. Oh, yep. She's got your worst nightmare as her movement mind control power. They taught me to fight in Asgard, which is very cool. I think she ends up with a horse or a Pegasus at some point. Confusing images. She has a New Mutants trait. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a shared trait for all the New Mutants. Oh, please tell me I'm getting another Bobby. Oh, please tell me I'm getting another Sunspot. Oh, that would be so awesome. Roberto da Costa. I'm very, very excited. Hopefully we get a new Sunspot. Because imagine with like the sculpt work that they could do nowadays. Like the all black, maybe translucent with like little sunspots coming off of him. Anyway, boy can dream, can't he? She's got New Mutants and mystical keywords. The New Mutants shared trait is at the beginning of your turn. If this character is adjacent to a friendly character with the New Mutants keyword, you may heal this character 1 click. If you do, friendly characters can't make attacks this turn. So it seems like with the X-Men team ability back in the day, or this New Mutants shared trait here, there's always give and take for the healing, but they can heal each other, which is awesome. They just can't make any attacks that turn. But if you think you're safe and out of range of your opponent, might be a good time to heal up 1 or 2 of your New Mutants. Very, very cool there. Let's move on to Sync. Sync has a Generation X keyword, set number 11. He's 45 points. So this set is very low costed. Looks like you're going to be able to fit a lot of these figures onto teams. Bums me out just a little bit. I would really like to see more beefed up versions of some of my favorite characters. But, you know, I will withhold judgment until I actually play with them on a map. Sync has the Generation X trait, Power. Move up to 5 squares and make a close attack. It's like a free charge. Mondo had it as well. You got a trait called Power, Mimicry, and Amplification. Free. Choose a friendly character within range. Range is 5. And choose a standard power that character can use. Sync can use that chosen power until your next turn. If the chosen character has the Generation X keyword, he can use Perplex in addition to the chosen power. 4 clicks long. There's the back of the card. There's the front of the card. Pause it, read it, do whatever you need to do. I'm going to keep it moving here. You got Cyclops, last but not least, my dude. Cyclops was right. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Cyclops has the X-Men keyword. He's number 52. Like I said, he can be played at 150 or 50, just like Wolverine. He's got the Headmaster trait, which we've read already. He has Stay Away from My Students, which we read already. Wolverine had that. He's got another trait called Rebuild the X Institute. Sidestep. If Cyclops is closer to an opponent's starting area than his own, he can use Penetrating Psychic Blast. Otherwise, he can use Energy Shield Deflection. That's awesome. So the halfway point of the map, your starting area, anything behind it, Energy Shield Deflection. If you're playing defensively. If you want to play offensively, you cross that, I don't know, the prime meridian there. You go to the other side, and then you get Penetrating Psychic Blast. Man, he's got a starting 12 attack on the back there. He's got Precision Strike, as he should. Look at that. Woo! Man, his other powers are called Watch How It's Done, Extra Credit, Chemistry 101, Teaching is a Full-Time Job, Top of My Class, and Back to Basics. All in all, 2 super rares on day 1. This set has got me so stoked. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. You saw a New Mutant today, saw some Generation X. I really want to see new X-Men, not just all new X-Men, but new X-Men with Surge and Hellion and Rockslide. I'm hoping that we pull some of those guys. I'm hoping that some of the characters that met their end during Decimation, I hope they're around. I don't know. I'm just so excited. There's so much for me to want to see in this set, and I'm geeking out, guys. I'm sorry. I will try and contain myself. Pre-releases for this event start at the end of January 31st, I believe, and the actual set will drop proper in February. So make sure you get by your local gaming stores, your local comic book shops, and support them. This is Scott Porter coming to you from Hyper RPG Studios in lovely North Hollywood, California. I can't wait to see the rest of this set. I hope you can't wait either, so we'll get into it tomorrow. And until then, may all your rolls, as usual, be critical hits.